Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Hi ladies, it's Yanie and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the luxury girls trip gone wrong. But before we dive into this story, I just want to make this known that when we speak on luxury, it's not going to be the same for everyone. Not everyone is going to have the same standards and expectations when it comes to luxury. So luxury tends to look differently depending on who you're talking to. Some people feel like luxury is name brand. Some people feel like luxury is aesthetics. But then some people feel like luxury is servicing, it's leisure, it's accommodations, it's amenities, it's having 5-star quality food and just overall experiences. And for some women, it's going to be all of the above. Not all luxury is seen the same. So when you put a group of women together in a vacation spot, the expectations and standards are going to be different because not everyone views luxury the same way. So let's get into this story. A woman by the name of Chloe 50, who owns Curated by Chloe, is a travel agent who specializes in luxury travel. Through her agency, she created a girls trip to St. Lucia. Ladies were required to purchase a luxury package, and they were also required to make anywhere between 3 to 5 installment payments. After installment payments were made, the ladies who were attending the trip were not made aware of their accommodations and their stay until 2 days before the trip.
What it was gonna get. Y'all know if y'all would come here, it was gonna be a mess, nothing, and y'all really showed up, like really trusted me, and I love that. Nobody even asked where we were staying until like 2 days before. I really appreciate that. Like, y'all really trust me.
Now, one of the girls that attended the trip, her name is Des, and she was not happy with the accommodations, and she really wasn't happy with the lack of cleanliness that was in her room. And one of the other things that she was not happy with was she asked for a plunged pool. That was a part of her package deal. That's what she paid for, and she did not get that.
Y'all bitches be selling pussy. Y'all need to stop telling people y'all be living these luxury lifestyles when y'all be popping that pussy for that paper. Now, let me tell you bitches how I got motherfucking scammed on a luxury 5-star vacation all-inclusive motherfucking package. So, I spent $4,000 on this package because I'm really an introvert and I was really trying to get out of my shell by going to travel, meeting other women and things like that. So, I booked with this bitch who be traveling, going to see the world, got the bags, the clothes, the hoes, the luxury lifestyle. Bitch, all you have to do is tell the people that you really be sucking dick. I get to the motherfucking resort. It looks like she about to sell our pussy. We stand on the motherfucking resort that looks like we're about to get sex trafficked any minute now. It's blood on the sheets, bugs on the floor, bed crunchy, full of cum. Like, bitches was getting fucked in the room before I even got there. So I left because I'm a real luxury bitch. I've been traveling, ho. I left. When I leave and go to my next hotel, this bitch gonna write me talking about some, oh no baby, this looks like a motel. No bitch, where you got them hoes staying at look like a motherfucking motel, bitch. You bamboozled us all up in this motherfucker, and then gonna have the nerve to try to gaslight me, bitch. No. I don't know what type of bitch she thought I was, but I'm not that bitch. And I really need to upload the receipts. So if y'all want to see the receipts, let me know for a part 2. But yeah, these bitches ain't who they say they is. Like I said, them Chanel's be coming with a lot of chlamydia, and them lip fillers be coming with a lot of dick sucking. And you will never get the chance to play me again. Bye-bye. The betrayal of the besties continues. Because why keep getting on the internet with all of the lies, and I gotta keep pulling out my receipts for from my checkbook. Like, I'm tired at this point. How many more receipts do you want me to pull? First of all, they keep saying I was only there for 4 hours. Chloe, stop motherfucking lying, because I have a fucking screenshot of you writing me the morning after the trip started asking me, did I leave? You're saying that you begged me to stay there when, bitch, I don't see no begging. All I see is gaslighting after gaslighting after gaslighting, and that's a Fendi fact. Next, her friends getting on her, embarrassing her, trying to make it seem like, oh, they had a luxury experience, but posting Smirnoff bottles as a luxury experience and crab legs on a paper plate. And actually, that's smaller than a crawfish, so I don't know what type of shit that is. A lot of other girls, and I said I wasn't going to share their experience, so I'm going to cut their names out, but had a horrible experience. I have screenshots from over 4 different girls, and I have girls coming to my hotel room mad as fuck at the other resort, so let's not do that. You saying that it was giving a rustic vibe when the flyer said a luxury 5-star experience. So my statement still stands. The girls have been bamboozled. The betrayal of the besties continues. I've never seen somebody treat their besties like this. So actually, it's all a fucking show. Now you want to play the victim because you got your spot blew up, when I told you stop being funny, because when it's time for me to be funny, ain't nobody gonna be laughing. So turn them comments back on so the people can have their commentary and they can say what they want to say. And guess what? I still have more receipts saved up for a rainy day, so anytime it want to thunderstorm around this bitch, I'm gonna keep pulling a motherfucking receipt. And I'm not gonna stop because you won't stop. And ain't shit being served over here but dinner, because I haven't received no papers yet. So, like I said, all of my statements still stand. And for everybody who's saying, oh, you should have knew what you booked before you booked it, I keep writing the girl, asking her what's the hotel. She didn't post the hotel until 2 days before we got to the resort for safety issues. I didn't even feel safe. So you could have been posted that shit, because I promise to God, if she would have told those people, including myself, what resort we were staying at before we arrived, nobody would have booked. Nobody. It would have been her and her real bestie that was there. So what the fuck is we discussing? This part 4. I got time today. We can go all the way to part 33. R. Kelly trapped in the closet vibes. Bye-bye now.
Now, y'all know we nosy, so I had to pause it down so I can read the messages. So Des had messaged Chloe and said, hey, my room was supposed to have a plunging pool and it doesn't. Chloe replied back and says, are you okay? And then Des replied, I think I'm going to go to another resort. I'm not comfortable here. And then Chloe replies to her and says, you left, boo? Now, this is what Des says that is the most crucial point. She says, hey, thank you for checking on me. I love what you're doing for the ladies and allowing them to see different parts of the world. That's so dope. Unfortunately, I had to leave. She said, I did not feel safe after seeing blood in my room under the sheets, which anyone should leave. She then goes on to say that it wasn't the luxury experience that I was thinking it would be, was kind of disappointed because I was looking forward to it. She proceeded to tell her that she checked into a new resort where it was clean and she felt more comfortable and safer. Now, after a person tells you that they saw quite literal blood on their sheets, this is what Chloe replies back. She says, I mean, we are staying at a super luxury resort, so I don't understand. What? Then she goes on to say that this is luxury AF, but I guess not enough for you, which I don't understand, but it's not for me to understand. I saw your room. After they cleaned it, it was beautiful and clean, no blood at all. So I don't know what you saw, sis, but enjoy your trip and I wish you the best. Now Des, who should be highly offended, sends her a picture of the bed sheets with the blood. Because what's that? Hold on. What is this? Now to top it off, Des replies back and says, the blood is right there. And I'm not the only one who had blood on their sheets. First of all, what kind of resort has more than one room with blood on their sheets? She ends up inserting a screenshot of a conversation, Des, that she had with another girl on the trip. And it goes off like this. She said, it's blood on my bed. She says, I can't wait to leave. And then the other girl, whose name she redacted, replies and says, she said, I thought I was on my period. I rushed to the bathroom when it wasn't there. And I was like, WTF. Des replies back to her and says, so there was blood in your room too. The mystery girl, who also was on that trip, says, yes. Now after this,
Chloe replies back and says, I'm still confused as to why you didn't say anything, but I don't know, maybe I'm just believe in communication. She says, I would give you my room if I knew you had problems. Now, this is just the gaslighting for me. And Des replies to her and says, okay, cool. Can you Zelle me the money for the plunging pool? Now, remember, Des had requested a plunging pool in her room, which she did not get. And that's outside of the blood. Des goes on to say that, and can we work out some type of accommodation as far as a partial refund for the room segment of the trip? Chloe replies and says to her, you would have to talk to hotel, my love. And I hate that. Why are you calling her your love? You know you're trying to be, antagonistic. Don't say that. And then she said they received the money for the room. Des tells her, they told me to talk to you since I paid you directly through Stripe, which is kind of an app like, Zelle or Cash App. Chloe replies back and says, okay, they have your money, LOL. Like, what's funny about that? I want to know what is funny about someone finding horrible accommodations. I mean, I'm talking about biological fluids, and then you're saying, LOL, the hotel has your money. Right there. I would have pulled up to her room, if you know what I mean. So after that little exchange, Chloe proceeds to tell Des that her hotel looks motelish. She says, motelish? LOL. Then says motelish is a stretch. And then Chloe says, see, what's wrong, and have you enjoy. I don't know why her words are like that. She then goes on to say that, but that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Now, all I see is Chloe doing a whole lot of talking, but no refunding, because where's the money?
Last and final part of these pussy popping chronicles, because a bitch will never in my life get me again, and I'm putting a word this out so a bitch can't get y'all. But if y'all get got by the gotters, the getters, then that's y'all fault, because I literally just showed y'all everything. Back to it. Alright, y'all, so the top part is kind of cut off, but she wrote me, it was like, hey, did you leave the resort? So I said, hey, thank you for checking on me. I love what you're doing. Blah, 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 just being very nice. Y'all have to pause and read it. And then this bitch goes on to say, this is luxury as fuck. Did y'all not just watch part 2? Is this luxury to y'all? Like, be honest. Be honest. So I left that resort. I went to this place called the Royalton, which was actually a 5-star resort with 5 swim-up bars, unlimited food, a hookah bar on the resort, a swim-up pool right outside my room, all type of stuff. And it was cheaper than what I paid for that trip. I think for 3 days here, it was like $500 all inclusive, and that resort was nice as fuck. If you want to see how the new resort looked, just look up the Royals in St. Lucia. Keep a receipt. So I'm minding my own motherfucking business. I posted me at my swim-up bar, as y'all can see, like right there on my picture, and she gonna reply to my story talking about, okay, babe, this looks terrible, no vibes, no aesthetics, you gotta come back to the beauty. Come back to the bullshit, bitch. Ain't shit beautiful about that but the motherfucking aesthetic pictures y'all posting close up. Tell one of them to do a room tour right motherfucking now. That bitch was posting this close to the motherfucking ocean. She didn't post that room. If somebody find a picture of her posting that room, I will pay you.
So when Des said, I bet you she didn't post the room, show me where she posted the room. She did not post the room. I went looking. And you know what's crazy is all the other trips, she loves to post the room. She likes to show off the amenities and things like that. But she did not post the room. I'm not taking sides. We're just going to stick to the facts here. The facts are simply, she did not post these rooms. And I went looking. I went on her business page. I went on her personal page. I went on her TikTok. We don't even know what the inside looks like. So Des is not lying. Clearly there was something wrong with the room, because who goes on vacation and doesn't want to show off the amenities, especially when it's luxury? That's like the number one thing that you want to show, especially when you're a travel agent or you're into booking large groups like this for travel. Wouldn't you want to show future clientele what amenities they're going to be getting? That was a red flag for me in this story.
The girlies get here tomorrow. It is too lit. Hurry up, besties. Hurry up. Oh, and let me just say this before I get dressed. Anybody looking to eventually join a CBK curated by Chloe trip, you need to be all the way tuned in this weekend, okay? From tomorrow to Monday is giving nothing but vibes, luxury, a good time. The girls is on their way to St. Lucia, and it's too lit. So if you're looking, especially if you're contemplating Grenada, you know, that's the only trip that's available right now, December 7th through 11th, like, you need to be paid attention this weekend. You need to be paying all the attention and seeing the vibes, sister. Seeing the vibes, babe. Let's go. Girlies is headed to yoga this morning, period. I love that. I heard somebody else down there.
So we just was talking with this getting caught up with him.
Y'all was doing y'all thing. Y'all like,
Finally, I was like, can we do that then?
Hey,
Se la pusimos con TikTok, like Chinese rice on the TikTok. Chop it up and make a fart from a distance.
that's my shit. Sorry, y'all. More. Cheers to more. Let's go. Period. Look, man. Alright, now you gotta do it. Kennedy gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Kiara, Brittany, Tina. Let's go. Let's get it in. Period, sis. Shantae, look at the camera real quick. My girl. My girl. My girl. Back. I don't have to use this here. Come on, I said, give the camera a smile, period.
I'm a dog, but I still wanna party. Big felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a can. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Vicky. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It's got girls, and we can play tag.
Hey!
want this moment for life, for life.
Okay, y'all. If y'all missed it, just understand St. Lucia this weekend was too lit. I am worn out, but I have so much content to post. Thank you to my girls who came. Y'all were amazing. Like, I really met the most amazing 22 women this weekend. I can't wait for the next one. Everybody was tea. Everybody came with amazing energy. Everybody was that girl. And we had a ball, and I love that for us. So I just want to say thank you to all of my girlies who pulled up, all my girlies who continue to support, show love, and I just can't wait to see y'all on the next trip. And I mean, I don't know, I'm still overwhelmed, y'all. It was just such an amazing experience. God is good, and we just gonna keep on going. But the content is coming, honeys. The content is definitely. And while we here, I just want to address like one of the main concerns that people were having, like all these girls, how will their personalities come together? Look, when I tell you it was 22 girls and there were no fights, no arguments, no back and forth, nothing. Like, I'm telling you, it was like we were family. We were family for the weekend. We had some deep conversations. We literally got to know each other so well. I know we will all travel again together because it really was like, we was locked in. Those are my sisters. Those are sissies.
Des said that she was gonna pay me if I was able to find videos of her showing off the inside of the rooms, and unfortunately I lost a bet because girl, I went looking, I did not find it. I watched all of the highlights, went on TikTok. She's saying that content is coming. I waited a few days to even do this video to see if she was going to show the inside of the rooms. But one thing that I did notice while I was on her page just hanging out doing my own research is that when she's gone on these other trips, she always shows the inside of the room, her amenities and things like that. But for whatever reason, when it came to this trip, she did not show the inside of the rooms. So Des is not lying. Clearly there was something off with the rooms.
Moving on. Me still being nice. I said, yes, maybe it's just a disconnect there. She said, where you are, I would never stay. It looks motelish. Motelish. Somebody please go look up the Royalton St. Lucia and you tell me what's a motel about that. I said, but that's your opinion. You're entitled to that. Still being nice to the bitch. Pause and read it. Pause and read it. Is this the part where she said... Oh no, this is not the part where she called me a liar. Let me get to the part where she called me a liar, but pause and read it. She's talking about something. So I'm genuinely concerned. Maybe I overdid the luxury part. No, you overdid the lying part, bitch. That's how I ended up in a bed with blood in it. Bugs biting me up. You overdid the lying part. Can't take accountability. So at this point, I'm about to start getting back with the bitch. I'm like, stop trying to be funny because I'm being nice with you. So stop it with the motherfucking jokes. Okay? At this point, just pause and read. Pause and read. That's all y'all can do at this point. Just pause and read. I feel like I'm really disappointed because if she would have just took accountability for it, we would never be here. If she would have been like, it's my first trip, I didn't know, I'll make it up to you, I'll give you a refund, I'll give you a partial refund, something. The bitch just keeps trying to gaslight me and manipulate me, and as a Capricorn woman, I'm not going for it. So if I left and chose Marriott Basic Vibes, why is half of the people from the trip at my resort trying to book a room? I'll wait. But I have to let other people tell their stories. It was another girl who left as well, but that's not my place to tell anybody else's experience. I'm here to tell my experience. And basically, that's how I got scammed by Pussy Poppin' Animal. No, I did not receive a refund. The bank couldn't go back that far because we paid in installments. And yeah, y'all can take what y'all want, leave what y'all don't. And let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation in the comments because it's a lot to take in.
Okay, I'm sorry for the wait. I went to Burger King. This is part 2. Now remember, A1 Lena, who happened to be another participant on the trip, had also went. She had posted some videos in defense of the trip, but then she quickly deleted them, so they're not available. In one of the videos, she was defending the resort, blase soise, by showing images of the food, which Des had criticized because it was on a paper plate. It's kind of weird for a 5-star resort, but I digress. Now, A1 Lena was also highlighting that it was 5-star because look, it's got all this liquor. But Des had pointed out that this liquor is Smirnoff, and that's not really top shelf, right? Like, Kettle One is pushing it, but it's not even Kettle One. So this is what Des is arguing, that she got to the resort, there was blood on her bed, as well as another girl who she did not disclose who it was, but also admitted there was blood on her bed. And 5 other women out of the 22 left the first resort to go to another one. She included that even the food. Now, this is well after Des had already left. When she got images of the food and drink, she was like, well, thank God I left, because that's not even 5-star. Now, let's take a look at what Chloe Summer had to say, because she getting chewed up.
Good morning, besties. How are you doing this beautiful Monday? So you may or may not already know why I'm here, but I'm pretty much here to speak on what's been going on. I'm only speaking on this just because I love my girls. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want any of my girls to feel confused or concerned about going on a Curated by Chloe trip. We have one sold out trip to Bali, another almost sold out trip to Grenada. I just don't feel that's right or fair for them to feel any way because of what's going on. So I'm going to speak on it for my girls. This is not about me. This is strictly for my girls. I want them to feel confident. I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to know they are in perfectly good, safe hands, and it's nothing to worry about. And that's why I'm here. So let's talk. So most of you probably already know the story that was given, and I'm going to tell you my side because it did not start with the text. Let's get that very straight right now. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, take full responsibility of what happened, and that's it. There's no need to sugarcoat anything. So boom, let's start the story off. I'm going to use real names except for the girl making the accusations. We're going to call her da-da-da-da. All right, so boom, here we go. It's July 27th. It's a beautiful day in St. Lucia, and we're having our meet and greet. We're sipping champagne. We're taking shots. All the girls are having a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. We're all meeting each other, exchanging names. It's tea. Boom. Now, one of my girls named Tatiana, like I said, I'm using real names. She pulled up to me and was like, hey, girl, da-da-da is having issues. Can you go to the lobby and like talk to her, meet her? I'm like, of course. Like, you know, I put down my drink, stopped talking to the girls, and I went and handled da-da-da's issue. So da-da-da came up to me like, hey, my sheets are messed up. It's dirty. I don't like it. Da-da-da. I mean, not da-da-da, of course. You have every right to be upset. I'm upset. One, I'm upset. Two, I'm embarrassed that you even got to deal with this. So I marched straight up to the front desk, and I'm like, hey, her sheets are dirty. That's not okay. Y'all need to fix it ASAP. There's no excuse for that, period. Like, I'm very, very strict about this because one, that's not right that somebody pay their money and that happens to them. And two, that's mad embarrassing for me. Like, come on now. Like, let's be FFR. I'm mad. So long story short, front desk does exactly what I asked them to do. They fixed the sheets. I don't remember verbatim the text messages because she was able to remove me from the chat, so I cannot see them. But I do know that pretty much she wanted to leave, and I asked her not to leave. I'm like, please don't leave. You know, like, things can be better. We could fix this. Like, she was just like, no, even with the sheets being dirty, it's, you know, and then cleaning it, it's still not enough for me. I want to leave. And I'm like, dang, like, I just don't want you to leave. Like, why would you leave? I really felt bad that she was leaving. So I think she showed the text where I'm like, I would have even given her my room. At that point, she had already left. You know, context is everything. You can make a text look like whatever. I don't care. This is the reality of what happened. So da-da-da leaves. That was the end of her Curated by Chloe experience. She never showed up to the breakfast, which was fruit on the breakfast trays, because pancakes in the water in 100 degrees would be disgusting. I think so, at least, like soggy and bugs and bees everywhere. And she never showed up to anything, whether it was the breakfast trays, whether it was the dinner we had that night. She didn't show up to anything. That was her experience with Curated by Chloe, was me and her dealing with the sheets. That is it. So long story short, yes, her sheets were dirty. I cannot take that away from the girl. The sheets were dirty. It was a red stain. Do I think it was blood? No, I do not think it was blood. I really don't think that T-Kai would have bloody sheets in their rooms. I just don't think that. I'm not going for that. But either way, when I found out, I overly apologized in person, and then we spoke more, I guess through text or whatever the case may be. And I immediately, of course, fixed her issue, because that, like I said, I was pissed. I was pissed my daggone self. Like, come on now. That's the last thing I need. I'm a black woman out here trying to do something for my black girls, and they got dirty sheets. What the hell? I'm pissed. Now, do I think she should have left? No. I feel like it was already animosity there. Coming from a girl who travels, I stayed at the Shangri-La last year, October 5th, 6th for my birthday. $7K a night room. For 24 hours, I did not have water. I did not have running water at $7K a night room. Did I leave? No. I gave them grace, and we dealt with it, because that's what people with maturity do. We dealt with it. We deal with it, whatever the case may be. You know, it sucked. It effing sucked, but I dealt with it. Now, I'm not excusing T-Kai, which is the resort we stayed at, or excusing Shangri-La, which was the hotel I stayed at for $7K a night. It was still unacceptable. 100% agree. Cannot take that away from anybody. But I do wish that she would have stayed and enjoyed the trip. I do wish that. Did she attend any Curated by Chloe activities? No, she did not. Which leads me to, da-da-da-da, went to review the trip. She cannot review the trip because she was not there. The girls that were there have mentioned, have literally added, commented, literally made posts on Instagram that they're there to see that they enjoyed the trip and they felt like it was luxury and they loved it. How can da-da-da make a comment about how the trip was not luxury if da-da-da was not there? But the girls that were there felt like it was luxury. All right. I know the fake pages are coming, but make it make sense. Let's talk like adults here. As far as the hotel, I 100% feel like the hotel Tik Resort, you can look it up, was luxury. I 100% feel like that. If you follow me, I travel all over the world. I stay at rustic stays all the time. I stayed at Giraffe Manor. If you have been there, that's a very rustic stay. The pool is very small. It just is what it is. It's about $10K a night. It's a very rustic stay. Very similar to the stay we stayed at. If you want to look at my highlights, when I stayed at El Salvador, very beautiful but rustic stay. Nicaragua, very beautiful and rustic stay. Costa Rica, another very beautiful but rustic stay. I do not stay at the most ritzy ditzy hotels because when I travel, that's not what I'm looking for sometimes. I'm looking to be immersed into the culture. And I felt like St. Lucia, that's what we were doing. And I don't know where this rumor came from, but yes, I stayed at the resort with the girls. My roommate was Shantae. We stayed in front of Portia and behind Brandy. Not gonna say her full name, but y'all know my girl Brandy. So yes, I don't know where that rumor came from. I didn't stay at the resort, but that was just like a loud ass rumor. Like what? Now to be fair about the hotel, some girls did come to me in the beginning like, hey, they were not expecting this type of stay and it threw them off. Some girls definitely did tell me that, but they said once they woke up and they stayed and they saw those views, those gorgeous views of the water and the sun and the sunset, they were like, okay, this is luxury too. And now I'm learning something new and I actually appreciate it. I wanted to give J Mountain vibes. J Mountain is $2,500 a night. That means that's $10K per night per girl. That's a lot of money. Nobody wants to pay that right now. It's a budget friendly trip, but it's getting luxury. As far as scam, there's no scam here. Each girl paid from $3,400 to $4K. Only 3 girls paid $4K, and that's for the entire vacation, not just the room. I think some people are impression that was just the room. That's for everything. Food, drinks, transportation, bottles. We had food. We had Don Julio Reposado. We had everything. Like the girls left like nobody needed nothing. Everything was included in that price, not just the room. If that was just the room, yes, that would absolutely be a scam because what the hell? And if it makes you all feel any better, I barely made any money from St. Lucia. Let's be real here. Feel any better, especially the fake pages that's worried about my Chanel collection. I barely made any money from St. Lucia. Travel is my passion. This business is my passion. I literally just want to take girls around the world. Traveling literally changed my life up and down, and I know it can do the same for women that come from paths just like me. That's why I go so hard. This is more so of a passion business. I make my money on the other end with the influencer stuff. So all in all, I wish that I would have stayed. We probably might have become really good friends. Every girl that showed up is now my travel sister. We have bonds like this. Like they can reach out to me. We talk almost literally weekly, and that's that. I learned a lot from this situation, and I can promise my girls nothing like this will ever happen again. Every trip will continue to get better and better. So we move with love, light, and happiness, and we out to Bali, and we out to Grenada, and I'm dropping a new trip sometime this month. It's lit. I love y'all. Bye.
So my opinion regarding this situation is cleanliness to me is a pretty big deal. And the way Chloe is dismissive about how dirty the rooms were is unacceptable to me. Because when you speak on luxury, cleanliness, that's just bare minimum for luxury. Like it's not even asking for too much. It's the basics. It's the bare minimum. And the way that she's dismissive of that is insane to me, because if I go to my room and my sheets are dirty, my room is dirty, I start to question everything that that hotel or that resort has to offer. Like the plate I'm potentially going to eat off of later, is that clean? The fork that I'm going to use, is that clean? The cup that I'm going to drink out of, is that clean? I'm questioning everything at that point. Is the pool going to be clean? Are the towels clean? I'm going to start to question everything that hotel or resort has to offer, because cleanliness, that is just a basic standard for just any stay. For any stay, it doesn't matter where you stay, that's just a basic standard. So I see where Des is coming from. And another thing that I want to point out is if you go to Chloe's Instagram, it's not giving rustic vibes at all. It's giving luxury. It's giving high-end luxury. It's giving shopping centers nearby. It's giving car service. It's not giving rustic vibes. So I think maybe she needs to rebrand her personal Instagram and also her business Instagram, because it's not really giving rustic vibes on her Instagram, which may have been the confusion. Because I actually understand, like, she wants to introduce Black girls to a different type of luxury where you get submerged in the culture and you talk to the people and you learn the language. You know, I like that, but that's not what her Instagram is advertising, and I think that may have been another issue as well. Another point that I want to make is that at the end of the day, Des was a client to her. She paid her hard-earned money to attend this trip, and if she was not satisfied with the accommodations, if she was not satisfied with the cleanliness of her room, that needed to be handled a little differently, more delicately. It was really kind of pushed off as if it wasn't a big deal, and I think that's what really made Des uncomfortable and upset. And it was almost like she was trying to project how she felt on Des, or she wanted to project her experience on Des, which was not fair, especially when you're in the business of providing a service so that your clients can have a certain experience, and you're providing them with that experience, but they're not happy with the experience, yet you're projecting your experience on your client. That's just bad business. And then on top of not making the accommodations right, you didn't give her a partial refund and she had to stay somewhere else. And then another thing that I thought was quite weird was when Des decided to go and get her own hotel, her own accommodation somewhere else, she kept bothering Des. And it was kind of weird because, I don't know, maybe it was because she was trying to get her to come back and hang out with the girls and maybe make things right. I'm not really sure, but I don't see how you can make something right with someone when you don't acknowledge and address and take ownership of the issue at hand that caused the friction and the distance between you two. All in all, when it comes to this situation, girls' trips are very tricky, and it always comes down to stuff like this: miscommunication and misunderstanding, different standards, different expectations. And so if you decide to do a girls' trip, please understand that not all of your expectations and standards are going to look the same. So you all need to get on the same page prior. And I think if Chloe would have given more details and information about where they were going to stay prior to them leaving for this trip, maybe the outcome would have been different, because the ladies who were attending would have been given at least, some type of information regarding their stay, and they could have looked into it, and then they would have had that expectation upon arrival. So hopefully Chloe learns from this experience. I think she, again, could have handled this situation better. She could have de-escalated it better, in my opinion, to ensure everyone felt safe and comfortable, because blood being on the sheets, I'm questioning my safety at that point. I'm questioning where I'm staying at that point, because blood on the sheets is just a red flag. And I think that needed to be taken a little more seriously. But that's all that I have regarding this video. If you would like to add to my commentary, please comment down below. I would like your thoughts and your opinions regarding the situation also down below. And if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified for when I upload. And I hope to catch you in my next one.